You know, I hear a lot of people tell me stories along the line of, oh, parents in Africa don't say, I'm sorry. I don't know if you've experienced that, but I've seen a lot of people say it. Like, when I deal with my parents or one of my parents and they do me wrong, or for some reason they were wrong about something, they never say, hey, I'm sorry about what I did earlier. All they do is they will give you a present or offer you money. Oh, that shoes you wanted? How much was it? You wanted to go with your friends to the park? How much money do you need? A lot of people talk about that. But I'm sorry, I've never experienced that. Perhaps, should I say, I've been blessed with parents that said, I'm sorry to me. Whenever they did something wrong, they will say, hey, I'm sorry about that. They'll still give me the money, but they will say, I'm sorry. And I think it's wonderful. It's a beautiful experience I've had. I've never had resentments toward people. I've never had issues saying I'm sorry, because a lot of people don't know to say I'm sorry. Let me put it this way for you. There are many people watching me right now that thought very negatively about me earlier when they first discovered me, you know, for whichever reason. But later on, after giving me a chance and watching me for some time, their opinion about me has changed. And now they comment nicely, hey, I like the show. But it's the same name that was insulting, like, who the hell do you think you are? Blah, 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 blah. You never see them say, hey, I'm sorry, I misjudged you. That's the problem with a lot of Africans. A lot of black people, for sure. Yeah. It's like you discover something positive about somebody and you realize that you were all wrong about him all along. But you don't have the courage to say, my brother, I heard a lot of things about you. And I kind of looked at you some kind of way earlier when I first knew who you were or met you. Until I got to learn who you are. Then I realized that you're actually a good person. I like your character. I like your vibe. I like the person that you are. I'm sorry for misjudging you. I think it takes a level of greatness to do that. But I can also understand, you know, if you as a person, as you grew up, you never had parents saying to you, I'm sorry. I think it's just normal and justifiable that when you grow up, you have issues saying, I'm sorry. You're probably going to try to be buddy, friendly, change your rhetoric, but unable to say, I'm sorry. I think it's that very similar issue with people who have never heard from their parents the sentence, I love you. Many people have never heard that from their parents. Lots of people have never heard that. Well, by the time you grow up and somebody says, I love you to you, you freak out. You don't know how to handle that. You're all over the place. Oh, did you say I love you? Because you've never heard, your fathers never told you I love you. Let alone a lot of people don't have fathers. It's discrepancies that we live with. And unfortunately, very difficult to accept that we sometimes need psychologists to help us. Yes, balance and, you know, be proper human beings. Fellas, thank you very much for stopping by. You are very much appreciated. You know, this is where we meet. You want to know about Africa, you're at the right place. This is where you want to be. I'm sure you're going to find some videos on YouTube that talks about Africa and stuff like that. They're all cool, but not this cool. Not at all. My name is Zack. I don't know who you are, but if you watch this video till the end, we surely going to love each other. Don't I look like your cousin? I'm sure I look like your cousin. You look like mine, no doubt. And I like you. I respect you. Thank you for stopping. I know lots of you guys come 3 times a day. It's very much appreciated. Not just because you like the show. It's because you like me and you respect me and you respect my view on things. And I appreciate that. Thank you for all the people that have joined our private group, the people that are supporting us. You know, I'll see you. I appreciate you. Tomorrow we have a live session. We're going to talk live stream with each other as we always do. If you want to be part of those people, don't feel anything but just jump in. You can click on this button and join the private group and get special treatment. We appreciate this. So, Burkina Faso, here's a map. That's the country. Lovely place. We speak about it a lot of time. I think it's, yeah, we have to, because when things are bad, I believe you need to complain about it. When things are good, you also should be able to talk about it. Now, in Burkina Faso, the resumption of Air France has been stopped. The president say, yes, Air France can only come back in one condition. What is the condition? He say Air France will not be able to come back to Burkina Faso unless they say something. What is that they're saying? This is the president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. He say the review of Burkina Faso's security classification by France authority has to change. According to Burkina Faso's president, as long as Paris maintains the country in the red zone, no resumption of flight will be authorized. As long as Burkina Faso is in the red zone of France, there will not be resumed Air France flight to Burkina Faso. It takes a strong man to say that. Okay, so why? Because it was suspended in 2023. Air France decided to leave Burkina Faso because of the relationship that went sour between France and Burkina Faso. Okay, France went sour with Burkina, Mali, and Niger. And they say because things are not right and you guys are mayhem, you don't do things appropriately, we are declaring in you a red zone. Therefore, discouraging all French people and French citizens and French tourists from visiting your countries. They left. They were never kicked out. They decided to leave the country and say we're not flying to France anymore and declaring Burkina Faso a red zone. You understand what red zone is? Now, they're trying to come back. You know, they're like, hey, we're losing money. Can we come back? Then the president said, oh, no, you can't come back. You cannot. For you to come back, you need to say it officially that we're no longer a red zone. We are a green zone. That's what a man does. You can't come back and say, okay, I finally realized that you're not that bad. I just want to be buddy with you. No, you need to say, I'm sorry. I misjudged you. I misquoted you, or I misclassified you. I'm sorry. Can I come back? That's what he's asking them to do. You're not coming back like this. France advised against all travel to Burkina Faso due to insecurity. This measure significantly hampered economic exchange and tourism, much to the opposition of the Burkinabe authority. Now, this is what the president said. They must write Burkina Faso is now a green zone before they come back. Now, listen to the president saying Air France say it's not coming back to Burkina Faso because it's a red zone. We told them there is no problem. There are other airlines coming to Burkina Faso to fly. So let me just remind you here. Listen to the president first before I remind you.
En tout cas, quelques jours après, Air France a dit qu'il ne vient pas au Burkina Faso. Parce que c'est rouge. Même Ouagadougou, là, c'est la guerre seulement. C'est ça, non? On a dit, il n'y a pas de problème. Vous êtes libre de ne pas venir au Burkina. Mais vous n'êtes pas la meilleure compagnie au monde. Si les autres compagnies continuent de venir, ça veut dire que vous êtes des menteurs. Puisque les autres compagnies continuent de venir au Burkina Faso. Bruxelles vient, Turquie vient, je sais quoi, Éthiopienne, toutes les autres compagnies continuent de venir. C'est pour dire que les impérialistes sont très forts. Ils inventent leur ligne de conduite et ils amènent certaines de leurs entreprises à suivre ça pour donner de la véracité à leurs mensonges. Puisqu'ils ont menti que le Burkina est dans zone rouge, et ils amènent Air France à suivre le mensonge pour faire paraître au monde que c'est vraiment une zone rouge. Voilà pourquoi leur compagnie même refuse de venir. Il n'y a pas de problème. Nous, on dit que les autres compagnies vont travailler. Leur mensonge n'a pas pris. Quelque temps après, ils reviennent pour demander à reprendre les vols. Si c'est devenu vert, il faut réécrire que c'est devenu vert et vous allez reprendre.
Okay, so Air France left because they were unhappy. Okay, they didn't like the fact that Burkina Faso said you can go back to France. We don't want your soldiers here anymore. We're gonna fight our terrorists ourselves. We have the means and the capacity. We don't want you here because we've been paying you millions of dollars per day anyway. So thank you very much. You have been here for a decade and have been unable to dislodge these terrorists. So please go. Let's us take those millions of dollars we pay you every day, trying to pay it to the local guys and let them do the job. How about that? France was not happy about that. Okay, and they say, you know what? We are cutting flights. We're not coming here anymore. Our Air France is not coming here anymore. Oh, by the way, we're not giving you visas to France anymore. Same thing, same strategy with the United States of America, thinking they are better than other people. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what it is. Many people of Burkina Faso that live in France could not go back to France. Even students had difficulties. Even music artists couldn't travel because of the beef Macron had with these people. Now, like I always say, when you're going to punish somebody, don't punish them too long. If you want to send a message to somebody for them to change their behavior, don't do it too long. I mean, we as children, a lot of us Africans, when you grow up in a family and you do something wrong, your parents are probably going to punish you by putting you in a corner, ask you to kneel down, or they're going to smack your ass. Yeah, we got beat up. My mother was a boy's mom. And she was in the military. Yeah, she beat us up really bad. But then you don't punish your child for too long Because if you punish them for too long, what happens is they get used to the punishment. Then I remember they used to tell us, don't go to the lake because it was dangerous. People would go to the lake and kids will drown and stuff like that. So we were not authorized to go to the lake. But we loved the lake to go and swim. Now, when you come back home from the lake and you didn't use any cream to cream yourself, your skin looks kind of, like grayish. They can see you come from the lake with red eyes. They will beat you up pretty bad. But then they're going to beat me up, I'll be just fine. It's okay. We got used to it. Don't let people get used to your absence. Don't get people used to your punishment. Because what's going to happen is they're not going to need you anymore. And you're going to lose your power over them. Well, that's exactly what's happened in Burkina Faso after France cut their flight. What had occurred was Air Senegal and Air Côte d'Ivoire then took over. They started flying over to Ouagadougou and taking people in all other places where France refused to go. You know what I mean? So they replaced them and they taught Africans by the same occasion that, you actually can gain a lot of money out of this market. That's what happens. Now Burkina Faso says, sorry, brother, if you want to come back, you need to make it official. Say, we are sorry. You're no longer red zone, you're green zone. Now, France is complaining, like, what is their rhetoric? They're saying they're losing money. They supposedly lost about $65 million or euros in that story. But in the meantime, they also say to have given Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger about $400 million in aid. $400 million in aid, and they're losing $65 million in flight. Does that make any sense? If I'm giving you $400 million in aid, it means you don't need to pay it back to me, right? But I'm losing $65 million in flight. Does that make sense? I mean, why would I give you $400 million so I can gain $65 million back? It doesn't make sense. The only reason why somebody will act like this and be unhappy because if giving you $400 million and cannot get $65 million back, it's because he's been actually making more than $400 million in your country. That's the only reason why I give you $400 million. Why would I give you $400 million so I get $65 million from you? There's no logical sense to that. Congratulations or what? Beyond a simple air dispute, this is a veritable political arm wrestle at play. Ibrahim Traoré denounced strategy by the imperialists aimed at tarnishing Burkina Faso's image while maintaining diplomatic pressure. The imperialists invent their own lines of conduct and get some of their companies to follow suit. But this time, it's over. It's over. It's over. Let me know how you feel about this, fellas. It was a great pleasure. Drop your comments. I don't know why. YouTube say a lot of you guys watch videos, but you're not subscribed. Why are you not subscribed? But I like you. Please do subscribe before you leave and drop a comment. We want to learn. We want to read about you. We want to hear what you have to say. God bless.